Hey guys, this is Dark Matter, and today I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about attributes. So you can press K on your keyboard to open up the character window, and then you can go to attributes. So there are total 5 kind of attribute in New World. That is strength, dexterity, intelligence, focus, and constitution. Putting a point in strength means it will increase your raw weapon damage. For dexterity, if you put any point, it will reduce the ability cooldowns. If you put the points in intelligence, it will increase the overall mana pool. So if you have 100 mana, it will be more than 100 if you put points here. And focus will help you regenerate your mana faster. And constitution is basically gonna increase your health pool. So now the question is, which attribute should you choose? So depending upon what weapons are you using and what role are you playing in the new world, so you have to decide your attributes. For example, for me, if I'm using a tank build, so I have put all my point in constitution because after you reach certain threshold by putting points, which we will come talk about it later, you will get certain buffs. So for example, if you are playing for a support role or a healer, so you need to put mainly points on focus. If you are trying to play a kind of mage role, you need to put point on intelligence. And they have also suggested like this is the primary attribute if you are using a fire staff and ice connets, and it is a secondary attribute for rapier and musket. For dexterity, you can see majorly all the range weapons, spear and rapier. The primary stat is dexterity. So if you are wielding one of those weapons, so all you have to focus on dexterity mainly and put all the points as much as points in dexterity as possible. On the other hand, if you are doing a role of a melee DPS, so you need a lot of raw damage as much as possible. So you can put points in strength if you are wielding a warhammer, great axe, sword, or hatchet. And if you are a spearman, so this strength is secondary stats for you. Now I'm gonna tell you about the primary stats and the secondary stat a little bit later. So for now, you need to know like what your primary stat should be. So now the question is, how do you get the attribute points? So basically, after every time you level up, you get 3 attribute points. The other way is through equipments. If you press tab on your keyboard, you will see all of your equipments which you are currently wearing. If you hover over the equipments, it will show you the attributes which it also provides. For example, my helmet provides 4 strength and 6 dexterity. My chest provides 7 constitution and 4 focus. So every equipment provides some or the other kind of primary attributes. And I don't think so the white gears provide any attributes, but anything other than white, like all the green gears, blue gears, purple gears, they all will provide you with some or the other attributes. So how do you decide which gear is good for you? For example, this gear score is 307 and I get another gear for suppose 310. So, and that 310 gear doesn't provide me with the attributes which I need for my weapon. So, I will still prefer to use the 307 gear score weapon because it is providing me the accurate attributes which I need for my character. So, first thing you should look for is the primary attribute which is your character needs. Now you need to know about certain thresholds which you reach, they provide you with extra bonuses. So for example, if you reach 50 points on a particular primary stat, it will provide you with some extra benefits. Similarly, the thresholds are like 50 points, 100 points, 150 points, 200 points, 250 points, and 300 points finally. So let's see what are the extra benefits which you get. For example, if you put 50 points in strength, you will get a 5% damage to the melee weapon light attack. So whenever you are doing light attack, you are getting 5% extra damage and 10% mining speed. If you put 100 points in strength, you will get 10% damage to melee weapon on heavy attacks and plus 20 encumbrance. And when you put 150 points, you will get plus 50% stamina damage from melee weapon, light and heavy attacks. So whenever you are attacking the enemy and they are trying to dodge your attacks, they will get 50% more stamina damage. So basically what is stamina damage is like I am a tank. I am If you are attacking me and I am defending, I am blocking your attack, so you will not be able to attack my health pool unless you finish my stamina, so your damage will be gone to my stamina. So what this means is like 50% extra stamina damage against from your melee weapon, light and heavy attacks. But this will work only for melee weapons. And minus 10% weight of mine items. So if you are carrying any mine items, you will get minus 10% decrease in weight. If you put 200 points on strength, you will get 10% damage on stunned, slowed or rooted units. So if some of your party members have CC, crowd controlled enemy, and you attack them, they will get 10% extra damage. And if you put 250 points on strength, then stamina regeneration is faster while performing light and heavy attacks with a melee weapon. So basically your stamina regeneration will regenerate very fast when you are performing light and heavy attacks. And 10% yield increase when mining. That's a non-combat bonus. So basically whenever you reach a threshold, you will get a combat bonus as well as a non-combat bonus. Light and heavy attack with a melee weapon will gain you grit and 25% chance of mining an ore with a single swing. So if you are mining some ore, you will get it from a single swing. There's a 25% chance in that. Now let's go for dexterity. If you put 50 points on dexterity, you have a 5% chance to critically hit the enemy and 10% skinning speed. If you put 100 points in dexterity, then 5% thrust damage plus 20% haste for 3 seconds after skinning. So basically what haste means is your movement speed will increase after you are done skinning. For 3 seconds you can run faster. And then if you put 150 points on dexterity, then the dodge cost is 10 less stamina. So for example, if you are dodging, usually it costs 50 stamina, it will cost only 40 for you. So this way you can perform more dodge against the enemies. So minus 10%, and also non-combat bonuses, minus 10% decrease in weight of skinned items. So if you're carrying any skinned items, you will get 10% decrease weight. 10% now, if you put 200 points in dexterity, you will get 10% bonus backstab and headshot damage. So if you are doing a headshot or you are stabbing someone from back, you will get 10% extra bonus, and non-combat bonus is skinning speed. If you put 250 points in dexterity, plus 10% bonus critical hit damage on stunned, slowed or rooted enemies. So basically if you hit any crowd control units, you have 10% bonus critical hit damage. So if you are doing any critical damage, it will be increased by 10%. It doesn't mean that your critical chance will increase. It's like whatever critical damage, suppose 120 critical damage you are doing, so 10% on that will increase. It's about damage, not percentage on how much critical damage. Guaranteed critical hit after a dodge roll. So this is very OP. So after you kind of dodge, you will definitely hit a critical strike. And this is activated once every 10 seconds, which is like if you are dodging once in every 10 seconds and hitting the boss, you are definitely going to critically hit if you reach 300 points in dexterity. That's kind of OP. So now let's see what intelligence has to offer. So if you put 50 points in intelligence, 10% damage to light and heavy magical attacks, okay, that's simple. And if you put 100 points, basically you get 10% critical hit damage, 10% to critical hit damage, okay. And if you put 150 points on intelligence, you will get 15% to elemental damage. So basically when you are doing an elemental damage, it will increase by plus 15%. There are different kinds of damage like magical, ice, something like this. So if you're doing any elemental damage, it will increase by 15%. If you put 200 points on intelligence, then plus 10 mana after a dodge. So you will regenerate plus 10 mana after you perform a dodge. And if you put 250 points, the 30% duration to damage over time spells. So if you put any dots, damage over time spells on enemy, so the duration will be increased by 30%. And finally, if you put 300 points, 30% damage on your first hit on full target, full health target. So if an enemy is standing in front of you and you attack him, 30% damage on the first hit. So you will, every time you hit a new enemy, you will get plus 30% extra damage. So now let's see about focus. So if you put 50 points in focus plus 10% mana regeneration rate, you will get. If you put 100 points on focus, you will get plus 20 mana pool. So your mana pool will increase from 100 to 120. If you are using 150 points on focus, then 20% healing output, that is very good for a support or a life staff. All your healings will be increased by 20%. If you put 200 points, then 20% duration on your casted buffs. So all your buffs that you are casting a healing on your friend, the duration will increase by 20%. If you are putting 250 points on it, then plus 30 mana on any self or group kill. So if you are killing, or even if you have assist on any kill of any mob, then or any unit, you will get plus 30 mana back. And finally, if you put 300 points, when your mana hits 0, gain 200% mana regen for 10 seconds, 60-second cooldown. This is quite OP. So if your mana hits 0, you will get 200% extra mana regeneration for 10 seconds, and this can be activated once every minute. So for constitution, this is basically for tanking role. So all the health consumables are 20% stronger. So if you are putting 50 points, that's gonna be the buff. If you reach 100 points, increase maximum health by 10% of your physical armor, so your overall health will be increasing by 10%. And if you put 150 points, minus 10% critical damage taken. So if enemy is hitting you with critical damage, you will get minus 10% on that critical damage. If you put 200 points, so 20% increase to armor. Whatever armor you are wearing right now, it will increase by 20%. So if you put 250 points, then the first attack which reaches to you when you are at full health will be reduced by 80%. This is too much. Like if someone is going to attack you with a crit for 1400, like you will get 80% less damage. Similarly, if you put 300 points plus 20% duration of stun, slow and root spells. So basically, if I'm like bashing with my shield to enemy, all my stuns and CC abilities will have 20% extra duration. Not quite a lot, but it's okay. So that's how the attributes are important and what are the hidden buffs if we reach certain thresholds. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and if you like my guide, click on the thumbs up button, and if you want to see more videos like this, click on the subscribe button. See you next time.